Good morning to all the students. Hi, this is Kailash sir. Welcome to our online class for today. Today we are going to take parts of speech. It is very important to learn the parts of speech because without it grammar is incomplete or you cannot understand clearly what is English without understanding the parts of speech. Very important to know the each word. Speech, what is speech? Speech, nothing else. What we speak, it becomes the speech. So, to just we can say to learn English properly or to use it properly, understand it, comprehend it properly, you need to know the parts of speech. We take it very lightly, but this is very important. If you learn these properly, parts of speech, the grammar you learn will definitely improve and your English will definitely improve after that. So let us start. As you can see, the title is Parts of Speech. Previously there were 8 parts of speech, but now there are 9 parts of speech. Now we can see the different types of parts of speech are: first, noun. Any name, any name we can say it is a noun. There are different types of noun that we will be studying afterwards. But first, in simple words, not going to technical words, let us understand in a simple way. Grammar is to be understood in simple manner. It's how by its use, how we use it, what are its functions, what is its definition, like that. Second is pronoun. Noun, it is used once, twice, but repetition, when the noun is repeated, we always use pronouns. So when you read or when you write, nouns they are used least, but maximum it is the use of pronouns. So pronoun, it is used in place of noun, or we can say they substitute, represent or replace nouns. Third is adjective, to show the quality of noun. How is the noun? Good, bad, bright, dull, weak, strong. These are the adjectives I have used just now. Then the next is determiner. It is also related to noun, to show the quantity of noun. Adjective, it was for the quality of noun, but determiner, it is to show the quantity of noun. Just some, many, none, one, a, and the. Articles are also used as a determiner. Previously, this determiner was not there in the parts of speech, but nowadays it is there. So now the amount, or we can say the total of parts of speech is 9. Previously it was 8. Then the next is, before that, now you can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever we do something, a system or process or method is to be followed, which makes the things comfortable and suitable and easy. In the same way, many learn the parts of speech name in a random manner, means any name they pick up. But instead of that, we will study this in 3 groups. So first 4 are noun, pronoun, adjective and determiner. They all are interrelated. See, noun is the name, pronoun we use instead of noun, adjective, it is showing the quality of noun, how the noun is, and determine how much or how many the noun is. So these all are interrelated. So 4 you can group once: noun, pronoun, adjective and determiner. Next is the verb. Verb, the action word, you might have studied like this. The action word is known as verb, but also there are helping verbs auxiliaries we call them, or we can call them non-action word. If there is an action word, and there can be a helping verb also. Adverb to describe the action, just as we use adjective and determiner to describe a noun, to tell something more about a noun, we use adverb to tell something more about the action, how it happened, when it happened, where it happened. Adverbs of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of manner, different adverbs are there, but in detail we will study it afterwards. Then the next is conjunction. Now, as we studied 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a group, then the second group we will create is the verb and adverb, as they are interrelated. So, second group you have to form is verb, adverb. So, in sequence you can learn noun, pronoun, adjective, determiner, one group, verb, adverb, that is the second group. Now, the third group we will start is conjunction. What is a conjunction? To join the words, phrases, clauses, sentences, etc., we use the conjunction. And, but, so, or, yet, therefore, either or, neither nor. There are many types of conjunctions. Then the next is preposition. As you can see, the position, pre and position word is there. So you might think it always shows the position between two nouns, but not only position, how two nouns are related with each other, that also can be shown by a preposition. All the things will be studied in detail chapter wise. First chapter will be noun, second will be pronoun, like that. We'll continue this series. After this, the next lecture will be continuing according to this lecture, in continuance with this lecture. Now the last is interjection, to show some sudden and strong feeling. Suppose I say he died in an accident. The same thing will be said, he died in an accident, that is in simple way, affirmative way. But if I say, oh, he died in an accident, that oh which came out from my mouth, it is a sudden strong feeling, like that, wow, hoorah, oh, like that, congrats. All these things are interjections. I hope you have understood till now. Now you can see noun, any name, pronoun, it is used in place of nouns, replace nouns, adjective to show the quality of noun, determiner to show the quantity of noun, verb, action word or the non-action or the helping verb, adverb to describe the action, conjunction to join the words, phrases, clauses, sentences, preposition to show the position or relation between the nouns, interjection to show sudden and strong feelings. Let us continue to the third slide now. Now first chapter, noun. Let us go in detail for this. Noun, any name, it is a noun. It can become the subject, doer of the action, or the object, the receiver of the action. It can be both also. It is replaced by pronouns to avoid repetition of nouns or names. These are some things you have to remember about noun, so that you can study very easily and comprehend it. Its position is before the verb or after the verb. It has gender, masculine, example boy, feminine, example girl, neuter, example things, non-living things, table, pencil, etc., and common, that is, it can be masculine as well as feminine, example is a student. It can be singular, one, or more than one, or many, that is plural form. Now, types of nouns. First is proper noun, any specific name, proper name, which is not for all. Suppose Raj, that is a proper noun. Second, it is a common noun for each of the same group. Example, Raj. We can say Raj is a boy. Boy can be told to anybody who is masculine. So, Raj is a proper noun, boy is a common noun. In the same way, student, which is we can say common noun. Then collective noun, a group of nouns of the same category. Suppose group of soldiers, we can say army. Keys, many keys, we can say a bunch of keys, bunch of grapes, like that. Then material nouns, noun, a thing of which other things are made. Example, wood, iron is used to make another thing, so it is a material noun. The last is abstract noun, that we cannot see and touch but only feel. Example, happiness, excitement, beauty, worry, sorrow, etc. I hope you have understood this slide. Now the next is pronoun. A pronoun is the replacement or substitute for a noun. So, it is used in the same way as a noun. It has all the characteristics of a noun and it functions as a noun. So the rules we can say are same as well for the noun as well for the pronoun. Now you can see personal pronouns. Let us read the introduction. When we speak, we generally don't use proper names but instead we use pronouns. Once we use the proper name, suppose we start a story about Raja Vikramaditya, then we will say Raja Vikramaditya was the king of Ujjain. Then we will not write again if we want to continue the story Raja Vikramaditya. Then we will use he, like that. This form of pronouns is used he, him, his, himself. But the proper name will be used once and after that repetitions all will be pronouns. In grammar we have three persons, the first person, the second person and the third person. To study the pronouns properly, you have to study it in detail because frequently we use them or often we use them. The first person is always the speaker, the second person is always the listener and the third person is always about whom, if it is a person, or about what, anything else except person we speak about. The first and second people are in the conversation, while the third person may be near or far from the first and the second person but is not in the conversation, is not speaking or listening, we can say. The following table will give you an idea of the personal pronouns. As you can see now, personal pronouns. Person I have listed, then singular, then plural in the tabular form. First person speaker, if it is in the singular form, always we use I. The plural form of I is we. In Gujarati we say હું અને અમે. In Hindi we say मैं and hum. Second person listener, first form that is singular is also you and plural is also you. Listener, one who listens. Tu, tame, tum, aap, like that we use in Hindi. Third person, about whom or what is talked about. If a male is talked about, we use the pronoun he. If female is talked about, we use the pronoun she. Anything else except humans or even a small baby, we use it. And the plural for all of them, he, she and it, is they. Note, the singular as well as the plural form of the second person, the listener, is you. We always apply the rules according to the plural, to the you pronoun. Now let us study. If one speaker I is used, if many speakers we is used. For the listener, whether one or many, always you is used. For the third person, if a person is talking about any male, he is used. If a person is talking about female, then she is used. If anything else is talked about, then it is used. Exception: if a person is talking about a small baby, then for it also it is used. Note: in dialogues, communication or conversation, the speaker and the listener keep on changing. That is, one who states or informs or asks becomes the first person, while the person responding or answering becomes the second person alternatively, just like in a dialogue. So the speaker and listener keep on altering. Thus, I turns into you and you turns into I, as per who is speaking and who is listening. Example we will take. Suppose Rahul and Nitin are in conversation. Now you see how the pronouns change. Rahul is the speaker and Nitin is as the second part, in second place, so is the listener. Rahul is asking, who are you? Now here you can see it is used for Nitin, but when Nitin is answering, the answer is not you are Nitin but I am Nitin. Why? Because now Nitin becomes the speaker and Rahul becomes the listener. So, and who are you? It is asked by Nitin. Now you is used for Rahul. Rahul will answer, I am Rahul. You can see how the pronouns change. Above mentioned table is the list of personal pronouns, but there are other forms of pronouns as under. I have taught this in a very simple manner, not going to the technical words of grammar. Total list of pronouns and their use. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns are there. The first column is subject, or we can see active, or the third word is used front. In the same way, second column is for the object, or we can see passive, or it is used as back. Let us study the first two columns. In the same way, you have to use a now. See, the personal pronouns which I have studied, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, all the personal pronouns I have listed in a vertical manner in a straight line. In the subject column, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. You I have written once because it is the same form. Now see, this is the subject form. It means it comes generally at the start of the sentence before the verb. This is a subject case. If it comes at the start of the sentence before the verb and doer of the action, it is always in the active form, active voice we can say. And the third thing you can remember, it is at the front, means at the beginning of the sentence. In this manner, opposite of this, when it goes at the back, suppose it goes at the, I goes at the back, it becomes me in the passive voice. It is in the object form. So subject becomes object, active becomes passive, or front, it goes to back. This way you have to remember this table. I, it becomes me, we becomes us, you becomes you, he becomes him, she becomes her, it becomes it, they becomes them. Like this you have to remember. Now this second form, that is object form, can be remembered by a word by me, by us, by you, by him, by her, by it, by them. Now let us come to the next two columns, ownership or possession. It is before the object also and it can be after the object also. You can see now how it is used. Suppose my, it is at the, means we can say before the object, this is my house. The same can be told as after the object if it is used, this house is mine. This is my house, this house is mine. So before the object and after the object, but my and mine shows possession or ownership. Then the third column we will study. Before that, let us complete the list. My becomes mine, our, ours, your, yours, his, her, hers, its, and their, theirs. The last column is, we can say, reflexive or emphatic pronouns, that is done by self, used immediately after the pronoun or at the end. Myself, ourselves, yourself and yourselves, himself, herself, itself and themselves. In this you can note self, it is used with singulars, and selves forms, selves, they come with the plural. So there is one peculiar thing you can see about you. You has yourself also and yourselves also, because it is both singular as well as plural. Now you have to remember this list in this way: first two, then next two, then the last, like this: I, me, my, mine, myself, we, us, our, ours, ourselves, you, your, yours, yourself and yourselves, he, him, his and himself, she, her, hers and herself, its and itself, they, them, their, theirs and themselves. Examples are shown per pronoun. Now we will study the I and that 5 forms which I told you: active, passive, then ownership and self forms, that is reflexive and emphatic forms. Sentence we have written down for each, so you can understand it in the best way, I can say. Active voice: I wrote this letter. You can see the form of I, it is used at the front. Then passive form of is: this letter was written by me. I wrote this letter. Active form: this letter was written by me. See the use of I as object. When it goes into passive, it becomes by me. Now ownership: this is my book. My is used before the book. This book is mine. Mine is used after the book. So you can see the third and fourth column which I was talking about: my, mine, how it is used. Then self: I have done this sum myself. Myself is used at the end. Then the other use is immediately after the pronoun, that is I myself have done this sum. In the same way, we can see all the examples of we, you, he, she, it, they. We, active: we broke the window. Passive form: the window was broken by us. Ownership: this is our house. This house is ours. Self: we repaired the window ourselves. We ourselves repaired the window. You, singular form: you are writing a letter. A letter is being written by you. That is your bag. That is your school bag. That school bag is yours. You talk to the principal yourself. You yourself talk to the principal. Now you, plural form. Active: you all did the project very nicely. The project was done very nicely by you all. Those are your assignments. Those assignments are yours. You should do your homework yourselves. You yourselves should do your homework. For he, active voice: he brought a knife. A knife was brought by him. This is the passive form. Ownership: that is his handkerchief. That handkerchief is his. Self use: he drove the car himself. He himself drove the car. She, active voice: she sang a patriotic song. Passive: a patriotic song was sung by her. Ownership: that is her purse. That purse is hers. Self use: she wore the sari herself. She herself wore the sari. Now the next, it form. Active: it ate the grass. The grass was eaten by it. Ownership: this is its den. This den is its self. It saved from the hunters itself. It itself saved from the hunters. The last pronoun, that is they. Active voice. They attended a confidence boosting lecture. A confidence boosting lecture was attended by them. That is the use of active and passive. Ownership. Those are their projects. Those projects are theirs. Self. They prepared the dance themselves. They themselves prepared the dance. I hope you all have understood the lecture. Please write down the notes as homework, go through it again and again. I have taught this chapter parts of speech. We are going in very detail because all these things will be useful in each and every topic you will study further. These are the basic fundamentals. If these are clear, crystal clear, then grammar will be easy going for you. Otherwise, it will be not your cup of tea. Have a nice day. Thank you. See you again.